Daryl Impey won stage 9 of the Tour de France on Sunday, while Julian Alaphilippe remains in the lead overall. The South African was part of a 15-man breakaway which eventually finished 16 minutes clear of the main peloton on the run from Saint-Etienne to Brioude. Three-time Vuelta a España stage winner Alessandro De Marchi was hospitalised early on after a heavy crash. Impey feigned fatigue on the final climb on the Côte de Saint-Just before powering past Thies Benoot and Ireland's Nicolas Roche in the defining move of the stage. That's a first South African individual stage success on the Tour since Robert Hunter in Montpellier back in 2007. Alaphilippe happy enough finishing in the peloton to maintain his overall advantage. Defending champion Geraint Thomas, who lost ground on Saturday after a crash, remains fifth, 1 minute and 12 seconds behind the Frenchman. He closed down a late attack from Romain Bardet and Richie Porte. Stage 10 takes the race from Saint-Flour to Albi.
You know, yesterday was obviously a bit unfortunate. The break went away straight away, and you know, today we were pretty active. Luke and them were quite active in the start, and then I just kind of found the lucky move. I didn't have to do too much to get in there, and then yeah, we all just worked really well together, and kind of just believed in myself and played it quite smart there at the end, I think. And yeah, I knew that I had to get to Tish and them in that last climb, so I was glad that the legs were there.
Novak Djokovic is celebrating his 16th Grand Slam title after beating Roger Federer in an epic Wimbledon final on Sunday. The Swiss had been eyeing a record equalling 9th Wimbledon singles title at 37, but the Serb saved 2 championship points in the event's longest singles final to defend his title in a 7-6, 1-6, 7-6, 4-6, 13-12 win. It took 4 hours and 57 minutes on centre court. Djokovic has now won 4 of the last 5 Grand Slams.
It was probably the most demanding, mentally most demanding match I was ever part of. I had most physically demanding match against Nadal in finals of Australia that went almost 6 hours. But mentally this was a different level because of everything. And I'm just obviously thrilled and overjoyed with emotions to be sitting here in front of you as a winner.
Algeria have booked their place in the final of the Africa Cup of Nations after edging past Nigeria in Cairo, Egypt on Sunday. The Algerians took the lead 5 minutes before half-time through a William Troost-Ekong own goal, but Odion Ighalo levelled from the penalty spot with 18 minutes to play. The match had looked set for extra time until Riyad Mahrez stepped up to fire home a ferocious free kick in added time to secure a 2-1 win for Algeria and a place in the final. Oh, we're happy. Final after 29 years, it's a wonderful thing. Thank you to all the Algerian people, because everything that we do is for the people and our family. Algeria will face Senegal in the Africa Cup of Nations final after they overcame Tunisia in extra time in Cairo. Although it finished goalless after 90 minutes, both sides missed penalties as Fayani Sassi failed to score from the spot for the Tunisians and Henri Saivet was unsuccessful for the Senegalese. The decisive moment came on the 100-minute mark when Dylan Bron put through his own net for the only goal of the game to send Senegal to the final. Lewis Hamilton is celebrating a record 6th British Grand Prix win after Sunday's thrilling race. Hamilton benefited from a safety car period to take a lead that he never gave up after Valtteri Bottas' early resistance. Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen were also involved in an absorbing battle for third place early on, and the Red Bull man was also involved in a crash with Sebastian Vettel, the German given a 10-second time penalty and 2 penalty points on his super licence. Hamilton's championship lead now 39 points. Robin Frins won the final round of the 5th season of Formula E on Sunday, while Jean-Eric Vergne retained his title with a points finish. Frins passed pole sitter Alexander Sims for his 2nd victory of the season ahead of Sebastian Buemi as well. Vergne finished 7th in an uneventful race, while title rivals Mitch Evans and Lucas Di Grassi crashed out together on the final lap as they sought the win they needed, Techeetah winning the team's championship. Dylan Fratelli has booked his place at the Open Championship at Royal Portrush after winning his maiden PGA Tour title at the John Deere Classic. The South African, who was 2 shots back overnight, carded a bogey-free 7 under 64 to reach 21 under. That's enough to give the world number 133 Fratelli a 2-shot victory ahead of Russell Henley. Henley with 10 birdies and a 61 at TPC Deer Run in Illinois.
Here at France 24, we're taking a broad outlook by talking about the women who are reshaping our world.
En France 24 en español no tenemos temas vedados y eso se puede ver en televisión y en todas las plataformas que tenemos en internet.
في فرنسا 24 لا ننسى ونحجز لكم أسبوعياً تذكرة عودة للمدن والمناطق التي كانت في قلب الأحداث قبل أن تدخل في طي النسيان.
France 24, c'est la recherche permanente des meilleurs spécialistes pour vous permettre de déchiffrer l'actualité.
Claro que tiene algo especial, somos todos de distintos países y trabajamos con todo el corazón para entregar información en el momento preciso.
أخبار سياسية واقتصادية وثقافية وأيضاً رياضية بأعين خبراء رياضيين. هذه هي قناة France 24.
Liberté, égalité, actualité.